Hey, what's going on? Zach D Productions here, and I'm here with a list video for you guys. Now, for this list, I'll be going over 3 bands and music artists that I only like a few songs from. Now, I've done list videos before for bands that I only like one song from, but we're going to step it up for this video. We're going to go over bands and music artists that I like more than one song. So this list is in no particular order, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I think the first band I'll get into here is Evanescence. Now, I never did think that Evanescence was a bad band. I was just never the biggest fan of them. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, they've only really had one good album, and that would be their first album. Of course, that album has a lot of their big hits on it, like Bring Me to Life and My Immortal. But yeah, that album does have some solid songs on it, and, I do have some nostalgia for those songs because I've listened to a lot of those songs way back in the day, like before I discovered a lot of the bands that I'm into nowadays. So yeah, I don't think Evanescence is a bad band. I mean, I would say objectively they are a good band, but I just was never the biggest fan of them. And honestly, their debut album is really the only one that I think is really worth writing home about. I mean, everything else is kind of just I mean, there's songs that I think that are good from their other albums, but the albums as a whole are just kind of in my opinion. But if you do like this band, if you're a big fan of this band, more power to you, to each his own, as they say. I mean, the few songs that I do like from this band, I would say Tourniquet. Tourniquet actually might be my favorite song from them. I actually do dig that one. Of course, Bring Me to Life is an Evanescence classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with that one. Imaginary. There might be a few others from that album that I do like. So yeah, I mean, all in all, Evanescence, they are a band that I do like a few songs from, for sure. So the next band up, we have the Ataris. Now, this band, not very well known, but I do like some of their songs. I don't really listen to their albums as a whole, but this is just one of those bands that I do like a few songs from. In This Diary, of course, is a really good song. And their cover of Boys of Summer, I forget the name of the original artist, but I'm sure you guys know what song I'm talking about. But yeah, I do like that cover, actually. It's pretty solid. And then, of course, the song they did for the Spider-Man 2 soundtrack, I do like as well. Always really dug that song. That's actually how I discovered this band, the Ataris. So yeah, the Ataris, they're actually not bad. Not a bad band, but honestly, they're just one of those bands that I can only get into a few songs. So let's go ahead and move on to the last band / artist for this list, and it is actually a music artist. It's not really a band, it's more of a music artist, and that artist is Nicholas C. Now, Nicholas C, I believe, is a Hong Kong artist. I mean, of course, I do like his acting as well, and that's how I discovered who he is, because he's, of course, been in movies that I do like New Police Story with Jackie Chan. I do really dig that film. Raging Fire, he was actually the villain in that movie, and I thought he really nailed it in that movie, and that was the movie that really made me become a fan of him, mainly his acting in his films, of course. But when it comes to his music, he's definitely talented for sure, but at the end of the day, I only really like a few of his songs. And I do like the song he did, I believe it's for the soundtrack for Raging Fire. I really do like that song, and I do like a few of his other tracks, of course. Mainly his more recent stuff I'm a fan of. Maybe there will be some songs from his early work that, I might find to be enjoyable. I mean, yeah, none of it is in English, but I don't care. I dig the music. I dig Nicholas C's music for what it is, at least the few songs that I do listen to from him. So, yeah, he's actually a pretty good music artist. Not too bad. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm a big fan of Nicholas C as far as a music artist goes, but again, I do like some of his songs, and I'm definitely a big fan of him as an actor as well. So Nicholas C, cool stuff. So let me know what you think. What are some bands or music artists that you only like a few songs from? Feel free to let me know in the comments. So what did you think of this list? What did you think of these three bands slash music artists? Are you a fan of them? And if you are, more power to you, to each his own. So with that said, thank you for watching. Have a good one.